Hey guys, Nick Manton, Regional Homes, Pearl, Mississippi. Today we're going to talk about budgeting and why that is definitely going to be one of the most important things that you need to know when it comes to purchasing a home, because it has everything to do with your overall ability to afford a home payment. So budgeting in our business, guys, it's going to work a lot like any business that, if you go buy a home, you can buy a car, we've got to know what you can afford, and that all goes back to what you're making and your debt that's going out. So I'll use some easy math illustrations here that we see a lot here at my location. But every bank has a different ratio they use on debt to income. So a common one that we're going to have is 50% debt to income. And the easiest way to break that down, let's say you make $4,000 a month gross, banks go off gross. You're going to look at 50% of that is $2,000. To keep the math easy, let's say you have a $500 car payment, and we know today that they're a lot higher than that. Let's say $500. That's $1,500 now the bank says that you can afford on a house payment with principal, interest, tax, insurance. So you want to figure that out. Take your gross income times 0.5 minus all your debt out. So that goes for car payments, installment loans, credit cards, student loans a little bit differently in our business. They take a percentage of your total balance. That's another big issue, by the way. That can kill people in debt. But budgeting is so important because if you can make all the money in the world, and if the bank says you don't budget, regardless of having a good credit score, there's really nothing we can do until you start eliminating debt. Yes, having income there that's viable, but getting rid of like small things like credit cards, I think that's the wisest thing first. Don't cancel the cards because that actually will hurt your score. But just get those things zeroed out. I can promise you it's not going to hurt your credit. Those things, they want to keep your accounts open. So you'll keep a zero balance for a solid year. You may get some warning letters. They're not closing your account. Installment loans, that's another big one. So bank loans, vehicles, co-signing on other people's stuff, that's a big no-no. You don't want to do that, and I'll talk about that another time. Eventually getting those bigger car payments taken care of. Getting the student loans, which have now, I believe, kicked in as far as payment, you want to get those gone. And the beautiful thing is, guys, if you have the affordability, and let's say the bank will let you afford $3,000 a month, well, first of all, we're not going to get you in a $3,000 a month manufactured home. They're going to range on those things, anywhere from $800 to I've seen $2,500. We don't want you to be told no because you've got too much debt. It's the most disheartening thing I can tell you is, hey, it's not us here. The lender is giving you a big old slap and saying you can't buy this house. That pushes you back, drops the morale, and then you're looking up a year later, your situation hasn't changed because you still got the debt. So start chipping away those small accounts. Credit cards first, installment loans, get to the bigger things. That way you can know what your affordability is. So don't forget that formula. The 50% one is a great one. There's some banks that go up to 60, 65%. I just wouldn't chance it. I would use the 50 to be your guide on affordability. So yes, budget, first thing we look at when you come and sit down with me here in the office or any of the sales guys for that matter. But I hope this video has been very insightful as far as math. It's some of the easiest math out there. So use it to your advantage, and don't forget, reach out to me always if I can be any help at all to figure out what your budget is. Thanks, guys.